Shalom. Before I begin, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Chakwadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who are teaching 100% truth of the Holy Scriptures. Shalom to the elect. Shalom to the brothers that are pushing the word of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai in truth and sincerity. And this lesson is going to be entitled, The Age of Mukbangs is Over. Right, and you may say, well, what's a mukbang? It's a Korean word if I'm not mistaken. And just motherfuckers just eat food, videotaping themselves. Right, and it be like goddamn gluttonous abominations. Look, like you got the end up right here, king crab, seafood boil. You got this fat bitch right here. Who the fuck eats Long John Silver's anymore? Hot Cheetos and like pizzas, all this. Yeah, people do it in their cars. Mad burgers. God damn, that's a lot of tacos. This shit low-key look good though. Spicy. Motherfucker eating duck embryos. What the fuck? So you see, you got this fat fuck right here. Just eating. Right? God damn, look at all the noodles. What the fuck? Alright, so yeah, these are mukbangs. Alright, and that shit finna be over. Right, cause I was watching this guy. His name is Ice Age Farmer. And I forgot what platform he's on. Where he does little updates. Not WhatsApp. Some messaging. Right, and he'll put you up on game on different like food related news. And not only that, but also, economic, but it's mainly on the food stuff. Alright. And this guy right here, I remember a brother was going into it, how he had made this agriculture chart, and for the past 10 years it has been slowly decreasing in the amount of food that has been planted and harvested. Right, like it says here, Hormuz closure could trigger agri-food shock crisis within a year, FAO warns. It was like, I didn't watch the whole video, but it's a certain organization, food, I forget, I don't want to play it, because he goes into a lot, but look, also the technocratic takeover of food production, and that's these tech nerds that are buying up all the farms, buying up all the water resources, so that way they have control over everything. And you bend the knee in order to get the MOTB. Right? Let me see. Starting in the book of Ezekiel, right? Because a famine truly is coming. The fertilizer, I seen this guy. I didn't finish watching it. I barely started it, but I think he's saying, go piss on your crops to water them, on account of there's no fertilizer. It says urine is a solution. Again, I barely watched like a minute of that. I just caught my attention. But you see, this guy, he stays on his watchtower concerning the food. Ice Age Farmer, right? And like brothers have put me on some time ago. This is Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 16. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight with care, and they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment. And that's the time that we're coming to, because America has been this overindulging society. I be seeing the wasting that these Americans do. Take a bite of it, and they still have plenty of food left, and hey, well, fuck it, I'm full, been satiated, I'm gonna throw this shit away. It's that, the spirit of overindulging as far as the mukbangs, and also just the American waste, because they have the comfortability of there will be more tomorrow. I have enough money to buy some for tomorrow. But what happens when the supply, like it says here, and in the NIV, he then said to me, son of man, I am about to cut off the food supply in Jerusalem. The people will eat rationed food in anxiety and drink rationed water in despair. Right, knowing that you can't wake up in the middle of the night and go hit the fridge. We all know what that 2 o'clock nice cold water. Take a nice chug of some water. It brings you back to life. Now, how much more when you can't do that, man? Because you had the new guy of, I think it's WEF. He was talking about that basically water is not a God-given right or some bullshit along the way. And I remember that he was the ex head of Nestle, and Nestle be on some grimy ass shit. That's the water company. They buy these licenses, or I forget the correct term, in order to dig out water to well the waters. I don't know. Again, I don't know the verbiage, but it's basically to get water for certain lakes, and it costs them pennies compared to what they make. Multi-million, billion-dollar companies, and they get these permits in order to take the water out at $200 or something. But you see, that's what it's coming to: drinking and eating ration foods. And I be on TikTok and stuff, and I see all these gym rats, what they be meal prepping, and not saying that's bad, but these motherfuckers eat like 5 times a day. That's the point that I'm getting at. Oh, first meal, this and that and that. Macros and protein and my carbs and shit like that. Motherfuckers weigh they shit out now. Imagine these motherfuckers finna weigh their shit out. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is gonna have it to where it's gonna be mandatory fasting. And these people have not fasted a day in their life. At least here in Babylon, because what they have the opportunity, let me hit a 7-Eleven. I could order whatever food I want. I'm feeling Chinese food today at 3 o'clock in the morning. Uber Eats is up. You see the comfortability, man. Let me see. So I'm going to go here to Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 55. The reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosom, therefore thou shalt receive recompense. Like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, even so shall the Most High do unto thee, and shall deliver thee unto mischief. Right? Because we are sounding the alarm. And what they hate us for it, because it's not a message of happiness and prosperity. Here is the point. Verse 57. It says, thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy city shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. So a great famine is coming. And you would think, well, the way I thought about a famine is, oh shit, there's no food left. But now, as we're seeing with the whole Strait of Hormuz, like this guy was speaking about because of the Hormuz closure. So it's not that there's no food, but there's a disruption in the supply chain. And again, this is all orchestrated from the elites. More importantly, orchestrated from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai in order to bring these calamities. So children are going to be dying. People are going to run up in your homes for the lack of bread, like it tells us. I think it's 2nd Ezra 16th chapter. Here's another point. This is the point I was getting. This is, they that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread and thirst of water. And that's what this guy, he harps on a lot. Oh, you have to you have to grow your food. You don't have chickens, and basically try to live off of the land. But you see, with Esau, he could run up in your farm and say that there has been a avian flu outbreak in the area, and now all your chickens have to be killed. You have to be cold in order to stop the spread of avian flu, and there's not a thing you could do about it. In certain parts of America, you can't even collect rainwater. You see that? So these people that, I'm gonna go to the mountains, I'm gonna live off the land. I got my commune out there with like-minded people, and then they're gonna be eating them. They're gonna be eating human flesh, and like the brothers in the baby to be talking about cannibalism, man. They harping on cannibalism a lot, and that's gonna be the spirit that's gonna come on these people. They're gonna run out of their pet dogs, their pet cats, run out of rat meat, and it's gonna get to human meat. That's how bad it's gonna get out here for the lack of bread. They're gonna be drinking blood to satiate their thirst, and that's what's to come, man. I'm going to Jeremiah chapter 19, verse 9. It says, and I will cause them to eat the flesh of their sons and the flesh of their daughters, and they shall eat every one the flesh of his friend in the siege and straitness. And that's basically what it is. It's a besiegement. Not in the ancient way where they would build a wall around the walls of your town or your city. But now it's a besiegement by ways of the Strait of Hormuz is getting blocked. Ain't none coming out, ain't none coming in, unless you are a partner of Iran. And that's gonna lead to cannibalism. Like, it ain't nothing new. It's nothing new, man. That's what people resort to as a last stand. When there's no food, they've gone through their pantry. Oh shit, well this dude, he's about to die. Fuck it, let's just kill him for the good of the group. And like the brother stated, they gonna chop your arm off, nibble on that for whatever time, keep you alive, and chop your leg off from the knee down, cook that, make a stew out of that, and then your thighs next. And then, they gonna have a how would I say, a lust for human meat. Be like, yeah, I like black women more. I forgot what movie it was or what show I had seen that where they were saying, nah, like, the N-Dub, she tastes better. Something about that melanated skin. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be a bunch of freaks. Seeing how good they taste blood. Staying in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 15, verse 1. It says, Then said Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people. Right? And these are men of high reputation in Israel. And even if they were to stand, right, because Moses, right, Moses and Samuel, they were righteous men, right? So now if they were in front of the Lord and be like, Lord, please, right? And be like, nah, step aside. It says, cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. And now it's going to be 2/3, because 2/3, they're in that spirit of rebellion. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, Whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, Thus saith Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, such as are for death to death, such as for the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity. Right, so there has been in a lot that people have to face. Some people are going to die by the sword. Some people are going to die by not eating. And that's a terrible way to go out. Your body starts eating itself. Some finna be locked up in the concentration camps. And so on and so forth, man. Like it says here, that you're going to get eaten by fucking dogs. Man, the Lord's he's a fearful God. You should be scared of him. I'm sorry, not fearful. He is an austere man. Here, I'm gonna end off with this here. 2 Ezra 15:5. It says, Behold, saith Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword that we read in Jeremiah, the 15th chapter, famine. Again, famine is a very slow death. It says death and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hopeful works are fulfilled. And that is why, because this place is just it's wickedness everywhere you go. This is Babylon the Great. And Babylon the Great has been given the dominion over the world, so it follows in its vibration. So again, ain't no more mukbangs. All this overindulging, and you know what I'm saying? Because who knows? Like this bitch, she ain't throwing that shit at this little skinny motherfucker right here. Who knows, man? They probably throwing that shit out. I mean, throwing it up, sorry. See, just this old bitch. Why you need so many Big Macs for? Indian food. Ooh, that shit do look good though. Some tikka masala or some shit. Yeah, so yeah, yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna close out by giving all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Chakodash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Shalom.